you know, it's like we could go to Hawaii and talk to people about money, because Ike knows everything. It's beautiful. No secret.
We're Keith's daughters, and neither one of us are speech givers, so bear with us.
And our goal is to not cry for any of us.
Yes. I'm Laura. I'm his oldest daughter, and I wanted to thank everyone for coming here tonight to celebrate Dad's retirement. As Linda mentioned, Dad's mom couldn't make it here, and she's turning 90 in 2 weeks. She really wanted to be here tonight, but was unable to make the trip. She did send me a little letter to read from some of Dad's early endeavors. So I will try to get through this. This is her saying it. So she says, Keith the carpenter, when he was about 5 or 6 years old, his bedroom walls were painted forest green. One day, I found a small pile of white dust behind his bedroom door, and later learned that he had found one of his dad's drill bits and had hand drilled a nice little hole. Keith, the future farmer. When we moved to Downers Grove, there was a horse farm down the hill from us. Keith got himself a job there digging fence post holes. He would come home with blistered hands. It didn't seem to bother him. He would go right back and dig some more and more. He always worked his hardest no matter what the job was. Keith, the future engineer. When he was a senior at Cupertino High, he and his dad towed home a very used 57 Chevy. They towed it home with the motor in the trunk. With some help with his dad, they rebuilt the engine and got it running again. When asked what he would like for his graduation, he said a paint job for the car, which he received. Unfortunately, going to school one day, a drunken lady hit his car and he was devastated. He traded in for a VW Beetle.
So before she goes to the next spot, because I know she was too nervous to say this, but one of the best things that I remember is her first car, $500, towed it home from a HP person who worked there, barely made it home, and they rebuilt the whole engine together. So it was pretty cool. Painted parts all in the living room, putting pieces together one by one. The two of them rebuilt the engine of this brand new Ford Mustang. So
Well, it was a 1980. It wasn't quite a 57 Chevy. It was a Mustang. I think Grandma says, Keith the soldier. Well, that is his story to tell or not.
a son that is well thought of by many and dearly loved by his So I'm Jenny, I'm the younger daughter. Our dad, as you all know, has held many important jobs throughout his life. We like to think that his most important job is one of our father. I truly, truly admire him, and I'm so very proud of all the hard work that he's done to get to this point. No one deserves it more than our dad. Aside, a few stories. I could go on and on. It was hard to pick and narrow down a few, but have a few stories to tell from when we were growing up. The first is we grew up in Santa Clara, and our dad used to take the number 22 bus to SRI every day, all the way down. This was back before the express, so every stop, all the way back. And one of the best times of the day is when we knew my dad was walking down Lane Avenue, coming home from the bus stop. My sister and I would run out the door, look for him down the walkway, run, see him come home, and that was one of the best nights we used to have. So that was great. He also had a lot of fun stories that he experienced while all these bus trips back and forth on the 22. Two that are embedded in our memories. One is of a chicken in a bag, not a dead chicken from the grocery store, but a live chicken that someone stuck on the bus and held with them in a bag from stop to stop. The second one is he was sitting there, one by one, he'd hear a ch-ch. He's like, what is that noise? Next thing you knew, ch-ch. Another one, what is that man had drunk an entire 6-pack of beer. At the next bus stop, the door opened. What happens when you drink a 6-pack of beer? He had to use the restroom. So, door opens, out he goes. None less the wiser, and door closes, and we have a great story to remember. Dude, I remember those. Some other stories, he was studying the effects of particles in the atmosphere, kind of piggybacking on Ike's, I think it was Ike's story, to get satellite signals through the ash when he was in Mount St. Helens when it erupted. So, pretty big deal. We were in elementary school. It wasn't a big deal. We had no idea what it even meant. The best part of it that I remember is him bringing home a bucket of that ash and being able to bring that to school saying, hey, friends and teachers, and bagging up little things to give to everyone. And handing out saying, no, this came from Mount St. Helens that just erupted. So it obviously led to much bigger and more important things than that ash, but it was a great memory. He traveled a lot with his various jobs that he held. At one point, I think he was actually the third most traveled, one of the top 3 traveled passengers on United Airlines. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's there. When he was home, however, he always made it a priority to be very involved in everything that we did, whether it was coaching our softball teams, which later led to him being the commissioner of the softball league that we were in for PAL and Santa Clara, which my daughter still plays in today. And even though he coined the phrase when we were growing up, no dogs allowed ever, we all know that that didn't last. And he supported us in raising 5 different guide dog puppies to go on to graduation and to succeed in that. So that's great. And of course, we all know his favorite 4-legged little black poodle that he loves to have. I don't think that no dogs allowed lasted very long. Some of the perks of being able to travel were the airline miles, which afforded us to be able to travel with him to some of his adventures. So we did get to experience going abroad to Europe. Laura was able to travel with him to New York on one of his business trips, which was a great bonding experience for them. One of the best things, because we are a Disney family, anyone who knows us, we got to go to Euro Disney the first year that it opened, which is now Disneyland Paris. Didn't think it's long that way. So that was a fun time. A good time. So I'll wrap it up. This is where I'll probably lose it. But there are so many more amazing stories about my dad and his jobs over the year. But I want to wrap up with this one. What I think is the most important job he's ever had a start date of September 28th, 2003, when he became grandfather to a beautiful granddaughter. So, to this day, you are still her favorite grandfather. And she will always remember you and refer to you as To Be Reggie, grandfather, because those are the 2 cats that she remembers growing up with you and being around you and all of that when you watched her every Thursday when she was younger. So you will always be To Be Reggie father. However, she does have a challenge for you, because now that you're retired, and she is in her tech challenge class at school, is she wants to build a spinner battle bot with you. So you have the task in your retirement to build a battle bot with your granddaughter. So anyway, that is it. I wish you all the best in your retirement. I know you deserve it. We know you. We just want you to take time for yourself and be able to just enjoy what the months and years have coming to you.